Why isn't he waking up?
We did sedate him while we drained the hemothorax. The blood restricting his breathing.
Well, his breathing never stopped completely.
No, not that we observed.
Well, that wouldn't be good.
But it's impossible to say what happened between the time he was shot and the time he was found.
Thank you, Doctor.
Are these drop-ins gonna be a regular thing, Detective? I mean, I really do have work to do.
My work trumps your work.
Yeah, but I told you everything I know.
You ever notice how people have enemies in direct proportion to the amount of money they have in the bank?
Yeah, now that you mentioned it.
So considering the amount of money that Bill Spencer has in his bank account, he must have what? Hundreds, thousands of enemies you haven't mentioned?
Would it be easier for me to say that I'm his only friend?
How many friends do you have?
Dollar Bill's about it. That's cool. I know that doesn't take me off of the suspect list. I can't say that we're that fond of each other anyway. It's just not that type of friendship.
What type of friendship is it?
The kind where a person knows so much about you and your story, you don't dare turn your back.
You like one of the sons, I take it, for the shooter.
You know, Wyatt and Liam, they're good guys. You know, but it's funny how good guys have bad aim. And we haven't even started to talk about Sally Spectra.
I was up all night thinking about this. I can't believe what Bill did.
I feel like an idiot. I didn't know how you'd take it. Hearing about the lie that broke us up. I should have been there. I should have been with Caroline while she was at these doctor's appointments. You know what? None of that matters now. What matters is I came across the country to tell you the truth. You deserve that. Sally, you didn't answer my question yesterday. Did you shoot Bill Spencer?
I thought a fire brought the old Spectra building down.
No, those two things happened, but at different times. Spectra was like a movie monster that just wouldn't die. The minute you thought it was done for, it rears its ugly head again.
Living for the sequel.
Yeah. Billy really wanted that property, and he finally got it. But not without what you may call strong arm tactics. And Sally, she came roaring back at him. You know, I know for a fact that you'll find her prints on that gun that shot Bill.
Thinking Bill had what was coming to him is one thing, but shooting him?
Which I would totally understand, by the way, after everything that he's put you through.
I wouldn't blame you either.
I'm sorry.
For?
Bill figured I couldn't resist playing the hero in the family terminal disease drama. I took the bait.
Well, you didn't know.
I knew it meant giving up the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Your design job at Spectra, you mean?
Not exactly.
Then what?
I don't know, there's probably no point in saying it considering how much you hate me.
I can only hate one person at a time, and that slot's already taken.
Even after everything he's done, I should be in there with him.
Bill wouldn't expect that. Yeah, we don't even know if he's aware.
Yeah, well, he's alone, so if he's hearing anything, it's the monitors he's connected to, and if he's conscious on some level, then the last thing he remembers is probably a bullet tearing through him, and nobody should have to go like that. I don't want to lose him like that.
My informant believes we got Sally Spectra's prints when Forrester was considering legal action. Just do it. Run it through the database. If we get a hit, call me back. Feels like a reach.
Well, that would be owing to your lack of imagination.
Why would one of the richest men in the country tussle with a 20-something-year-old nobody?
She had something that Bill wanted. That building had been in her family for 2 generations. It was worth more than money to her. To him, too. He saw it as the ideal spot for the new Spencer Tower he wants to build.
So after the Spectra fire, Spencer got it in a fire sale.
Not exactly, but same effect. Sally wasn't happy. Even more so after he demoed the building with her in it, and his son Liam. Honest mistake, seriously. But he really didn't want to relocate Spectra. Only reason he considered was to shut Liam up.
This was before
Before he slept with Liam's wife, yes. There was no placating Liam after that. Bill figured, why keep the promise?
Spectra wasn't having it.
Words were exchanged. Threats were made. Shots were fired.
Shots.
Okay, 1 shot.
You're just telling me about this now?
Well, I'm sorry, Detective. There's been a lot going on.
Detective Sanchez. Great, thanks. You were right. Sally Spectra's prints were on the gun. Why wasn't the previous shooting reported?
There was only 1 injury. That was Sky.
Sky?
Yeah, she's seen better days for sure. Then again, so has Bill. If I were you, I'd have a chat with Sally. Just might find your shooter.
God, I missed you so much.
You had Caroline to keep you warm.
It wasn't warm. It was tense. And now that I know how much she hated keeping up Bill's lie,
But she did.
which is why we're thoroughly done.
So you're staying in LA?
I can't be that far from my son.
I see.
Sally, we can have what we once had.
How? I mean, what's really changed?
I want you with me, Sally. Come to New York. Okay, we can start our own fashion house. You can call it Spectra if you want to. Just leave Bill Spencer and the rest of this behind you.
Hey, Dad. It's me. I'm here.
I didn't expect this. I don't know why. If Liam is consistent with anything, it's the way he surprises me.
He surprises me too. Not saying he's forgiven Bill, but he still lets his love show.
Is it too much to hope something good will come of all of this?
I am a big believer in hope.
You made a big believer out of a lot of us. Still doesn't really look at me.
Maybe just not when you're looking back.
Does he seem different to you? Suddenly I feel like someday we're gonna have our marriage again.
I never wanted this, you know. I mean, not even at my darkest moments. It's funny, I think about all the years that I didn't have you, all the years that I dreamed you. I dreamed you wrong. You weren't the father I wanted. But you're the father I came from. Wishing you were somebody else, that's kind of like wishing I was never born, isn't it? And even after everything you took from me, I don't want those days and nights back, Dad. Because that's not knowing you. And it's not having you.
Here you go. Oh, thank you. You don't have to stay here if you don't want to.
Do you mind that I'm here?
No, not at all. I don't think Liam could stand it if it was just me and him here. He'd probably leave, or he'd ask me to.
Did you always know how Bill felt about
Me? Years ago, I did. It feels like another lifetime now. But that's done. The only feelings I have for Bill are because he's Liam's father, if that's what you're asking.
No, I'm wondering, when Bill recovers, how the family relationships will settle. He's not exactly one to give up on what he wants. New York.
Sorry, is there an echo in the room?
I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Those are two words I've never heard you say before. Why not?
Saul? Grams?
So let's hire them. Let's give them jobs.
Serious?
Absolutely.
When would we do this?
Today. Right now.
I need time
For what?
to pack. To pack, yes, of course. I will go with you. I just want to get as far away from this place as possible. Grams is gonna flip.
Is that her right now?
Well, yeah, who else shows up at my door without calling? Besides you. I've got news.
Sounds like good news. Detective Alex Sanchez, LAPD. May I come in?
Yeah, sure.
What's this about, Detective?
This is my friend Thomas Forrester.
I believe I spoke to your dad.
I bet you did.
I guess you're one step ahead of me.
Let me guess. Bill Spencer.
Pleasantries. I love pleasantries. Would you mind if I just spoke with Miss Spectra?
It's
No,
all right.
I have a question for you, Detective. Have you met anyone that didn't want Bill dead?
I just have some questions for you, Miss Spectra. This won't take long. You're on your way out?
Sally, do you want me to go?
Can he stay?
This isn't a formal proceeding. It's more like a chance to get acquainted.
Don't make it sound like a first date. Ask the questions you want to ask.
Miss Spectra, where were you the night that Bill Spencer was shot?
I was out to dinner with my grandmother and a former employee, Saul Feinberg.
Until what time?
Until I left.
Do you usually time your dinners as well, Detective?
No, but I'm told I'm fast.
Yeah, I bet.
And then where did you go?
Obviously, somebody has told you something about Sally.
Seems to be fairly public knowledge that you weren't the biggest fan of Mr. Spencer's.
I mean, Bill's only fan was Bill.
The reason seemed to be only slightly less well known, his impact on your career,
You mean the fact that I don't have one?
his demolishing your family business and the building that housed it.
with me inside of it?
You don't even know the half of it.
Well, things like that tend to generate ill will.
Okay, no, there was no love lost.
In fact, you threatened him days before the shooting, isn't that correct?
Okay, so you talked to his yes man, Justin.
Guy's a snake.
You even fired a gun in Mr. Spencer's office, didn't you?
Not at him.
The same gun, in fact, that was used to put a bullet through him. No surprise we found your prints on it.
Don't you think anyone careless enough to leave fingerprints on the gun is not your shooter at large?
Why are you looking at me?
It's kind of the reason I'm here.
Did you talk to Bill's doctor?
No. No. Not that she has much to say anyway.
Can we chat for a second?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I'll go grab some more coffee. How is he?
It's the same. It's the same as before.
I'm sorry. I guess it's gonna take some time.
I feel like he doesn't really know I'm there.
No, he's not present the way you're used to, but he's there.
That's a nice thought.
Okay, there are different levels of consciousness. But it's all consciousness. Like, when I'm asleep at night, I know when you're there and I know when you're not.
Are the police here? Are they here?
No.
Because they haven't talked to me. Have they talked to you at all?
No, they're probably questioning people and building profiles and getting Bill's contacts.
Yeah. It's probably pretty easy to write him off as just some rich guy who made everybody hate him. Although he made people love him, too, so...
It's really beautiful seeing that you don't hide your feelings even when someone hurt you so badly. Praying for your father to pull through. You worry that the cops aren't doing enough. I mean, you didn't have to be here. You could have just stayed home and kept hating your father. But you didn't. You're here. And you find a way to love no matter what. Maybe some of that love can find its way back to me.